Yo, where you at? Alright, sounds good. What time do you think you'll be here by?
It's 12:06.
Yeah. Okay, sounds good. Alright, see you soon.
Like,
Baby, when I look at you.
God.
They're doing the go for the gold downstairs.
Something you definitely want to
Maybe two.
once you.
Hit gold. It's pretty cool.
Well, obviously, for us, since we live in Arizona, they put you up in a hotel here, and they pay for you to stay there, dinner, and then some training from really.
Just because you get gold?
Yeah, and it's not too far away of a goal either. That's a 2-month goal.
We actually have my 90-day goal to hit diamond.
Yeah.
Get the tuition.
That's awesome.
Hopefully that happens.
Yeah, I mean, it just takes time.
Like I understand that I have to work for it too.
Mhm.
So
That's good. And some people, they don't really match their work ethic with their goals. They're like, I want to hit this, and then they show up once a month. It's like, okay, probably not gonna happen.
Right.
but I really want to go back to school for what I want to do. So I really want that tuition.
Mm-hmm. What do you want to go back to school for?
Interior design.
Interior design. Cool.
I have the parents that push me into like med school and nursing school, and they're like, "Well, I'll pay for it if you do nursing." I really don't want it.
Yeah.
I tried it twice and ended up dropping my classes twice.
Yeah. It's hard when you don't really love what you're doing to do something.
And then I looked into interior design school, and my mom stopped me. So that's why I'm like, all right, I'll just do it myself.
Right.
See what happens.
Good. There's Gabe.
Huh?
There's Gabe. Everyone's late as usual.
Yeah, I started coming back.
No, you're good. You're good.
Yeah, stupid road is closed.
Yeah, I got some of that too.
It's me off. So my dude in the Netherlands just replied. He said he's down for the Skype. I mean, if we got time. I'm trying to log into it right now, but yeah.
Try and download Uvu maybe.
No, I've got Ubu, but he said he already has a Skype.
Okay.
And I've got one and just
Yeah.
sign back into it.
It's just not working or what?
I keep saying something's wrong with my login, so I've been trying to reset my password.
Always stuck in that same spot. Is it the one that you're coming off the freeway?
Yeah.
Yeah. There was like a cop sitting at the light the whole time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a funeral thing.
Oh. What's going on downstairs?
Go for the gold.
Saw Alex post about that earlier.
Yeah, Eric Worry's down there.
Should be working out.
Yo.
Good.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you the link right now if you want to get everyone on it. Okay. I just sent it to you on Facebook right now. All right, sounds good. All right, bye.
Oh, it's on something more appropriate. What's the good one? Feature. There we go.
Cool. Working now.
What?
Working now. I just let him know that it's in the current cook on it. You got a moment.
Cool. Perfect. All right.
John downstairs?
He's not here. No, late.
What? Alright. Okay, I think it's a road sport. The street one, like I think the people progression is going on, so
Perfect timing for that.
yeah. Yeah, okay. People. Yeah, so. See you then.
Okay.
Give us switch your seats. So I'm like trying to like do this on the
What do you need?
switch your seats.
Oh, switch your seats.
Yeah. I'm like struggling. Alright, there we go. Get on.
Getting sick?
I think.
Oh yeah, that's
Hey, let's go to happy hour. Happy hour.
I might bring us downstairs while we wait to let so I have people, the Norway team on here like waiting. See if we can do that.
Happy hour. Probably selling a little in your neighborhood.
Straight back.
you were.
What? Doing a training upstairs with some new people. Hey, what's going on? Yeah. Much. We have 7:30. Just a sec. It's John's on too, and he's getting all of them on.
I'll text you.
Okay.
And over the course of 2 hours, we booked, how many was it? 1,000 appointments with 16 people. 16 people booked 1,000 appointments over the course of 3 hours, something like that. Something like that. Close. Maybe 800. Maybe 800. 800 probably better. Yeah. 800 people in 3 hours. They're all like freaking out. They're going, oh my gosh, I'm so busy. I have so much going on. I have to meet all these people. Everybody's so happy. They're excited to meet with me. They're stunned. The key concept. Here's what I want you to understand about this simple little text. What would you say in the text? Yeah, it's just nothing. Get together. Coffee. Or, you know what I mean? Whatever. What's your schedule?
How do you get together as a stay-at-home parent with three kids under 4?
How do you get together when you're a stay-at-home parent with 3 kids under 4? Okay, well, what do you do the rest of the week?
Stay-at-home parent.
Always? No. If you're the stay-at-home parent, are you the stay-at-home parent? Wait, why don't you stay-at-home parent? Here's what you got to do. But some people say, listen, I got the kids. Can you swing over? Let's just get caught up, right? Sometimes a few times you can schedule a sitter to be able to come in for an hour or 2. Not a big long deal. Go meet people at Starbucks for meet stack and meet people every 15, 20 minutes. right? Guess what I know about stay-at-home parents? They're really good at figuring it out. You know what I mean? It's like the single parents, they're unbelievable. They're like superheroes. What they're able to do. You can find a way. So you might freak out at 50 texts because you have so many appointments, you don't know how you're going to do it. That's fine. My challenge to you is 100. And it's going to give you the challenge. Stop at 25 if you're freaked out because too many people are saying yes. That happens. But here's what I love about this. Give you a couple simple things. If when you got somebody started for a new person, right when you're sitting with them and you're signing them up, what if you encourage them to send 10 text messages while they're sitting in front of you before they leave? And they have 3, 4, 5 appointments before they leave, right in the moment of joining. They're like, oh my gosh, this is going to work. You tell them to get on the phone, they're not going to do it. They're going to just shut down. Second thing is monthly. I'm retired from building the field, but let me tell you what I would do if I was building in the field. I would get my entire team together on the first day of the month. And I would say, okay, everybody, even if it's on a conference call, we're all together for a couple hours and everybody's in different living rooms around the world, whatever, you got to set up a Zoom or Hulu or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Or Google Hangouts or whatever. Skype, Google Hangouts, all that stuff. Everybody sitting in living rooms and create a little competition. You got 10 people in your room, I got 5 in mine, you got 20 in yours. All right, we're going to see who gets the most appointments per person on average over the course of the next 2 hours. Ready, go. I would do that on the first day of every month. And here's what would happen. My entire team would have the whole month filled. It would just be done before it even started. I'd do that January 1. And then guess what I would do February 1? I'd do it again. Fill the calendar, be done. March 1, fill the calendar. April 1, fill the calendar. May 1, fill the calendar. What am I doing there? I'm creating an activity that will help a person face their fears. That's what I'm doing. Because once the schedule's done, it's done. You're good. So if you fill the calendar with appointments that people can do, you get people saying the words, having the conversation, doing the follow-up, making it happen. These people that came from the UK, some of these people have been in their business for 15 years, came over for 3 days of coaching. They have more appointments scheduled in the next 45 days than they've ever had in their entire career. Their calendar is just mashed. People say, well, you can't talk to prospects during the holidays. Not true. Completely untrue. You can. And if you're the one who's loaded up with this new product, you can actually bring them one when they ship it. Is it going to arrive by Christmas Day? Huh? Okay. Can't wait till I get mine. I love it. I love it. So here's what I would tell you. 100 for you to start. If you want to just supercharge your business and start the new year with momentum, do the 100. Have the guts to do that. 2, for a new person, every time a new person started. Imagine if every new person you start, you haven't sent 10 texts before they left your presence. Well, the ripple effect of that through your whole group would be enormous. Then the monthly. Once a month, take inventory, find out who's ready to go, hit it hard on a team blast, and fill the calendar. Then all you have to do is just deliver. Yes?
So you're going to text out, get together, coffee,
Mhm.
and you're going to schedule these appointments. Now, when you actually meet up, for the average person who maybe you or not,
Yeah.
how would the conversation go?
How would the conversation go? Here's what I would tell you first of all. A couple quick notes on the texting thing. Send a text, hey, you want to get together? They say, sure. Starbucks okay? Yeah, fine. Tuesday at 8 a.m.? Wonderful. Then I would add something like, great, I have an idea I want to run past you. Great, I have a project that I want to get your feedback. Great, there's a couple things I'd like to share with you. Okay? You let them know that. You will also get, yeah, sure, I'd love to meet with you, so long as it's not FEMA. You'll get that. Here's what you say. Don't worry about it. We don't have to talk about business at all. Let's just chat. Because they're feeling that you only care about them if they're a prospect. Right? So show them that you care about them anyway. And guess what's going to happen in the conversation? They're going to ask, and you're going to say, yeah, you gave me this. Did I make you feel uncomfortable at some point about the opportunity? Because if I did, I don't want you to feel uncomfortable. You're my friend. Whether or not you want to do this, no big deal. Get together with them anyway. If it's multi-level, I don't want to meet. I don't care what it is. Fine, don't worry about it. Let's just get together. Find out what's going on in their life. They're going to ask you what's going on in yours. You can share it. They're either going to see it or they're not. No big deal. You know what I mean? So set up, that you do want to talk to them about something, but be interested in them. And also when you're with them, if they're a chiropractor, say, hey, by the way, I'm going to see if I can help you get some business. I'm going to send some people away. Be a friend to them too. Network to them too. If they're in real estate, I know somebody's looking to buy a house. I should connect you. If they're an accountant, you're looking for new business, or you got all the clients you want. Because I know some people that could use your help. You know what I mean? Be a friend. Yeah, be a friend. Here's the last thing I'm going to leave you with this. I have a formula for success. Here's my formula for success. I'm going to give it to you. This is worth millions of dollars. I've learned this from the top entrepreneurs I've ever met. I've learned it from the leaders, like the ambassadors like you have in this business. Learned it from my friends all over the world, hundreds of $1 million a year earners that I'm friends with. And it's worked for me. It's really simple. It's worked. 3 steps to massive success. Number 1, say yes. Number 2, tell the world. Number 3, figure it out. That's what successful people do. That's what the top entrepreneurs in the world do. That's what the top network marketing people do. Guess what the world tries to tell you that you should do? Figure it out. Say yes. And then if it works, tell the world. Life doesn't work that way. Success doesn't work that way. Everything I've ever done has been say yes. I'm not a writer at all. I have to be an author now because I said yes to writing a book and I didn't know how to write. My wife finally convinced me, if you can speak, you can write. All right, fine. Let's sit down, wrote the book. I said yes to that. I told the world, guess what? It's coming. So I put pressure on myself. Then I figured it out. Take the documentary. I have no skill with that. After we started, we talked to people who are experts and says, you can't do it. It's impossible. I said, well, you should come to our premiere because it's going to happen. I said yes to that. I told the world it's going to happen. And guess what? We figured it out. In my opinion, there are only 2 positions in the company. What's the absolute top? Legend. There are only 2 positions in this company. Affiliate and legend. That's it. That's the way I viewed it. Say yes to legend. Tell the world right now that you're going there. Congratulations on gold. Come on. Don't throw too big of a party. It's an attaboy, you're on track. That's all it is. It's a stepping stone. It's a rung on the ladder. That's it. That's all it is. If you throw too big a party and too low on the stage, you're going to limit your ability to grow. It's legend. That's it. Gold, fine. High five. Let's keep going. What's next?
Diamond.
Diamond. What's next?
Platinum.
Fantastic. High five. What's next?
Star Platinum.
What's next?
Executive.
What's next after that? What's next after that?
Presidential.
All right, rings on the ladder. That's all they are. I viewed myself in my mind a couple different ways that changed my life. One, I viewed myself as front line of the company. I ignored that I even had an upline. Love them. I use them as a resource, but never as an excuse. I viewed myself and I held myself as if I was front line of the company. And I had that pride, that ownership, that responsibility. So my upline, I said goodbye to my upline as an excuse, permanently. Two, I viewed myself as only one position, it's just to be how long is it going to take. And milestones along the way that gave other people hope that weren't important to me at all. Not at all. It was just, what's it going to take to get to that rank? Here's what you need to understand when it comes to legend. Not everyone will. Anyone can. There's plenty of room at the top. It's the bottom that's all crowded, right? Sharp elbows, backbiting, scratching, clawing, jumping all over each other. Tom will tell you. Come on up. The air is clear. It's great. Take a little time. It's okay. What I learned is the gift that you get in our profession. Guess what we get? We get an excuse, a financial excuse to hang out with cool people. We get an excuse to develop ourselves. What this business is more than anything else, it's a grinding wheel. Like an old-fashioned grinding wheel that they would turn and turn and turn and they would sharpen whatever needed to be sharpened. What happened for me at age 23 is that the grinding wheel showed up as network marketing. I leaned into it. The big chunks started to fall off. I started to sharpen my skills. I started to get better. That's what it can be for you, this grinding wheel. You got great leadership here. You got strong leaders that are on stage or will be on stage. You got a leader who believes in you, blood, sweat, and tears. He takes it personal, man. I know. I talked to him some of those days when he's discouraged over, somebody taking a pop shot or somebody, being unfair, treating the company unfair. He lives and breathes on your dreams. That's a cool thing because it's not always the way it is in a company. Sometimes the company doesn't even understand what it is that you do. That's right. They just don't. He does. He's been there. He's lived it. So he's helping to create the ultimate support system for you to be able to grow. Here's what I'll tell you, a couple things. At the lunch break, if you want to get some of those DVDs or books or CDs or whatever, Reno will take them. We'll ship those order forms back to our office. We'll get them turned around quickly. So wherever we're at lunch or whatever, we'll do that. But I want to tell you this. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you for going against the grain. I'm proud of you for going upstream. I'm proud of you for doing things that other people are not willing to do. I'm proud of you for saying, you know what, I'm going to be the rock. I'm not going to be the river anymore. For being uncommon, for being bold, for being courageous, for dealing with a business that is lonely at times, and doing it anyway. So I'll close by telling you my wish for all of you, right, is that you really do decide to become a network marketing professional, that you really do decide to go pro, because it is a stone cold fact that we do have a better way. I also tell the world. Everybody have a great day.
Do training.
Wow.
Eric is going to hang around during lunch so he can sign books and take pictures and post them all over social media. Let's give it up for Eric one more time.
What's up, bud?
How cool was that? That you guys
Eric's done, so there's like 7 people in here, I think.
Yeah, Matt's
He's downstairs.
Matt Beard.
Yeah, he's here.
What's he doing?
He's like walking around in circles down there. I don't know. I saw him.
Okay.
What's up, everybody?
All right, we're about to start in here. A sec now.
What's up, Holmes?
I'm gonna grab Matt.
Early, bro.
How's that fight?
He's good. We crashed out though a decent hour because then we go for 7.
Is she down?
Yeah. All the out of state gold besides or people that qualify besides actually like none of them like, made it down because it's like get like or whatever. So and that's good stuff.
Is it over now? Like
No,
downstairs?
it's not over, but I'm gonna come up here with you guys. I think so long ago that Derek's talking. But no, I got like 6 pages. Yeah, Eric Worthy.
Michael, have you met Christian?
Now, what's going on, man?
Yeah, it's nice to meet you, man.
Michael, your name's Christian?
Yeah.
Michael, great to meet you, Paige. This will be a good training. Dude, Cody, you guys know if you guys pronounce on this paper? Is that what he's working on right now?
It's done.
You're coming over afterwards, right?
What?
Did you even tell him?
I said I will, but I didn't know if you want to go over for Josh.
Oh, okay, we're having closure at my house at 4:15.
Oh, okay.
If you wanna go, it's okay.
You said 4:15?
Wait.
At first it was 5:30. Now
No,
it's
just tell me what's happening. Do you like guys need my help or something?
No,
I'll go.
are you going to go on Tuesday?
Yes.
That's at 4:15, this one's at 4:30.
4:15.
Maybe you should just tell me because
Because she's
No.
She can't even calendar.
She's changing it all the time. She said Tuesday at 8 o'clock. We're leaving at 8 o'clock in the morning to the globe.
Because I'm going to Globe, my whole family was there, I have to see my grandma. Yeah, we don't see my grandma maybe?
Grandma,
If you're scared of me,
this is what I'm trying to do. I spy something great. The whole ground's great, man. Yeah, actually.
it's like what's beautiful life in my house
Huh?
Motivator speaker.
What? What? It's Eric Ward.
Eric Worre. What the heck? I'm not gonna take anything from him anymore, man. Like he's messing too much up.
Okay, but today will be.
You guys ready?
At 4:30.
Yeah.
Tuesday's 4:30.
We leave at 4:15, or we go and we're there at 4:15.
For Globe,
We're
I have to be there all day, you guys don't have to ride with me, but it's probably-
I'm waiting for whoever that is.
There's a lot of. You keep them going.
And then do a day
Yes,
camp.
they don't use salon, so it's
What are we going to Globe for?
There is an exposure.
Yeah, so.
In Globe,
Yeah.
and there's an exposure today. Okay, okay. I'm on track. This guy,
I can't know the time.
he just needs to butt out. Like, he doesn't tell me anything. He probably doesn't tell me anything because he feels like I already know everything, but I don't.
Okay. Which was I'm going to do. Probably.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna take it.
I didn't see his until like.
Yeah, it's worth it.
2 weeks.
That's worth it.
I'm not sure.
I just like memorized his number and
Who's that?
everything. Oh,
Oh, yeah.
You remember it?
I did.
Alright, well, we're
I
gonna
knew what it
start
looked
and
like.
then like whatever's here. Are you just getting up in the order or what? Alright. I always do. I never know. Yeah.
Is this your number?
It's on that side.
I
really-
Alright.
Alright.
What are you doing here?
And just like back to the basics. Yeah.
Okay. I will
Dude, there's like a
give you,
freaking long
screenshot
line
of my
right up here.
calendar.
Somebody's in there. I know. That's why I went first. Someone's in there. They've been in there a long time. Fast. I don't want to go in there.
Are you guys not eating?
Well, we aren't there for that.
Oh, you're not here for that?
No.
Right.
Alright.
Eric Ward is money, dude.
Yeah. Alright, we're starting because I have people here too. 1 sec. Yes, sir.
Oh.
Alright, now it's
Hey.
on.
So they missed all that. Now I don't sound stupid.
Yeah,
'Cause they
well
didn't
now
hear
you
it.
do because you said that. Alright. So if you just want to
Hey, what's up, guys?
like forever.
Pretty fired up. Hey, everybody here. Yeah, I mean, look, excited. We just got done with the Eric Worre thing. I think he's Norwegian, actually. He's like from that part of the world. Anyway, so that's cool. Random note. Anyway, I'm excited. We covered some things, and I'll just honestly, I'll keep it really simple with you guys, but I was gonna look at my notes that I took really quickly. Here's what I'm focusing on, and all of you guys, everybody here, you guys are in Vima, you're wanting to like relaunch your business probably. I look at it every day as though I'm kind of starting at the beginning, I guess, and so something they talked about downstairs, Eric Worre was talking about this, or maybe it was Anthony Powell, I can't remember. I think it was Eric Worre. He just said, look at this in terms of a 90-day plan, but it's really a 1-day plan that you're going to do for 90 days in a row. And that really resonated with me a lot because I was like, you know what? We start thinking about these big abstract or long-term things, and sometimes we just kind of fizzle out after 5 or 6 days. So if you can put it in perspective of, let's do a 1-day plan and just hit it 90 days in a row. It's just a different way of looking at it. And then you break it down and you just decide, dude, how many people are you going to invite every day? And I tell you what, the biggest thing that I'm doing right now is I am blasting out 100 text messages a week. And what I'm finding, and you could go back and you can think about this, I forget where I wrote this down, but something that I would encourage, if you're watching this and then everybody here, before you guys leave, I would encourage you guys figure out how many invites, how many exposures does it take to yield a sign up? Think about that personally for you, because if you want 10 people to sign up, you have to figure out, okay, how many presentations do I need to do, or how many home events do I need to get people to that's going to lead them to signing up? And then you got to take it back and say, okay, how many invites do I need to make to get one person to show up to an event? And so if it's, if it takes 3 invitations, if I'm going to invite 3 of you, and it's going to lead to you coming to my event or you sitting down with me and doing a presentation. And then I know, okay, if I do 3 presentations, I'm going to get 1 sign up. That means to get 3 signups, I need to make 9 invites. These are things that you have to figure out for yourself. And what I figured out for me, you know, if I invite 10 people, I'm usually getting, honestly, for me, the way I'm doing it, I'm honestly getting 6 or 7 people that agree to at least watch a video. And that's the presentation in my mind. So if you do it right, and I'll teach you guys kind of how I'm doing it in a simple way, you're going to get a high result of people that are at least wanting to hear about it. And I'm going to teach you guys what I'm teaching my team, and what I'm doing myself is I'm just texting. I'm texting a lot of people. I mean, I'm texting so many people, understanding that, number one, it's the easiest freaking way to do this business. I'm not afraid to call people. I don't really like to call people, to be honest. And even Eric Worre himself, I mean, he's right down there, dude. He teaches text messaging now. If you go back and read GoPro, it says in GoPro, do not text. Have any of you guys read GoPro yet?
Yeah.
Okay, some of you have, some of you haven't. I mean, the freaking author of it is standing right down there. He wrote in that book, do not text the invite. But now, it's 2014, basically it's 2015. He says now he trains text. The reason why is because things have changed so much. Our culture's changed so much. None of us talk on the phone. Okay, I've ignored like 5 phone calls already today, you know, because I don't want to talk on the phone. I want to text. It's easier. And the reality is you're going to reach more people if you text. So I want you guys to write this down really quickly. www.vemaonair.com. VEMMAONAIR.com. VEMAonair.com. If you go to that website, you're going to see a 30-minute webinar that I did on how to text message the invite properly and the system of how to do that. But it's very simple, and it starts by literally blasting out 100 text messages that I say the same thing to every single person at the beginning. If all of you guys were in my contact book, I don't think about it. I hit somebody, I go through, I see a name, boom, hit them, here it is. I say, what's your name? Christian. I say, Christian, hey man, what's your next few days look like? That's it. That's it. Hey, what's your next few days look like? What's your name? Matt. I'm sorry? Matt. Okay. Say, Matt, what's up, bro? Hey, what's your next few days look like? Or Matt, what's your schedule like in the next few days? What would you tell me? If I texted you, hey, what's your next few days look like?
I'm pretty open, man. I'm like just a little bit of work.
Cool, man. Hey, what are you doing for work these days?
Personal training.
Really? Dude, how long have you been doing that?
For about a year now.
Okay. Awesome. Where at?
Mountainside Fitness.
Okay. Dude, I actually used to work out there. And this is all via text. This is not a phone call. This is via text. What's great about a text message? Number one, there's no pressure on me to sound full of energy and full of confidence, because odds are, guys, most of you guys aren't super confident about being that. You know? So all this is via text. Number two, I can wait. You don't have to respond right away. It's amazing. And it works really well. So if I send you, it's all about just creating and cultivating a conversation about you. Notice how I kept asking you about what you were doing. Why am I doing that? It's to spark a conversation literally out of thin air. And it also gets you to open up, and here's the most important part, it gets him to open up about what he's doing in life so that I can somehow figure out a way to relate Vema to what he's doing. This is simple as pie. I mean, it is so easy, it's absurd. And I mean, I've signed up 4 people in the last 10 days doing this. And I mean, I don't know if they're going to do anything, but they signed up. And it was because I texted them. And I probably never would have called them, to be honest. Because one of them is a girl that I haven't seen literally for, oh, this is making me sound old. I haven't seen her for well over 15 years. I've seen her once in the last 15 years, and that was 3 months ago. I ran into her at a grocery store. And we had gone to school together. We kind of grew up together. Hadn't seen her, but ran into her at a grocery store. I got her number. Didn't text her. Didn't call her for 2 months, but I called her. I texted her 2 weeks ago, when I was in Vegas at the Eric Worre GoPro event. You guys understand, when we were in Vegas at the GoPro event, there were 8,000 people in the room. We took 2.5 or maybe almost 3 hours one of the days and just texted the whole. Everybody in the whole room was texting out these invites. So I've mastered this shit. You guys got to watch that webinar. But it all starts with, hey, what's your next few days look like? Hey, Cody, what's your next few days look like?
Hanging out.
That's cool, man. What have you been up to?
Working, and that's pretty much it.
That's cool, man. What are you doing for work these days? Haven't seen you in a while.
We're just working. I don't know, in a place. Give me a place. Working at Mountainside, Matt.
Dude, you could say Vima. You guys, I did this shit with like 5 of my top leaders on my team. They had no clue what I was doing. No clue. And that's why they're, they haven't rank advanced in a while. I'm like, and this is a new thing. What?
I knew what you were doing, so I didn't watch it.
I know, you don't know. But I texted a bunch of people on my team just for them to see how easy this can be. And guys, they bought right into it because I was asking them, what's your next few days look like? Just carried the conversation for a little bit. And then I'll give you a good example. I have a guy who's star executive on my team. He's a weightlifter. And so I just said, what's your next few days look like? And he's like, I'm just, I'm getting back on the grind, man. I'm working. I just moved back to Montana. I'm lifting weights. I'm trying to get back in the gym and get more weight on. And so I said, that's cool, man. Like, how much weight are you trying to, and this is all via text. I'm like, how much weight are you trying to, put on? He's like, I'm trying to put on like 15, 20 pounds. He's a big dude, so he'll gain that back. Just like, cool, man. Like, how much time are you spending in the gym? He's like, 2 hours a day. I'm like, cool, man. Hey, you know what? I'm actually working on something that's pretty cool that actually has to do with like fitness and putting weight on. I think you might want to know about it, dude. Could I give you a call like 2 days from now, like Thursday at 10? And he goes, yeah, absolutely. He didn't say, well, what is it? Like, is it Vimo? He didn't even like say, is this like some other network marketing company? Like he wasn't getting it. And so he goes, yeah, absolutely. Give me a call. Guys, it's so easy for somebody to say, yes, give me a call. If you do what I just did. You guys see how easy this can be? It's so simple. But what he did when he said, yeah, let's talk on the phone in 2 days, here's the phrase that you always want to use. If somebody agrees to meet with you, I use this every single time exactly. I say this via text. I say, hey, cool, let's meet. I'll call you at Thursday at 10 a.m. Hey, just so we're on the same page, I want to send you a little video link to a super short little video that's going to tell you a little bit more about what I'm doing. And let me know if it looks relevant to you. Just so we're on the same page. Guys, it's a sequenced order of questions and statements, and it has yet to fail me. Every single time they say, yes, I want to talk to you on the phone, sounds cool, and they say, yes, send me the video. And then after the video, a handful of them are like, wow, this looks really interesting. And a handful of them are like, eh, and then a handful of them don't say anything. And that's what I want. I'm not interested in getting everybody to say yes. This is just designed to weed people out. Because I'm taking 100 names and I'm going to whittle it down to 10. Does this make sense?
Yes.
No matter what, guys, if you want to grow your business, you have to talk to the 100 people, period. The question is, do you want to talk to them via phone? How many hours is it going to take you to talk to 100 people on the phone? It's going to take a long time. But I can text message 100 people in 20 minutes or 30 minutes. But I'll warn you, and then I got to run, but Saturday at the GoPro event, which was 2 weeks ago today. 2 weeks ago? Something like that. 2 or 3 weeks ago today. It was 2 weeks ago. I texted probably 75 people in my phone. Hey, what's your next few days look like? It's been a while. What's your next few days look like? Texted about 75 people. At one point during the day, I had like 45 different conversations going on my text messaging thing, and it was like extremely overwhelming. But all of these people were responding and talking to me, and I sent the video link to probably 30 people. And out of the 30 people I sent the video link to, when I went home to Kansas for Thanksgiving, I ended up going and getting coffee with like 20 different people. I had 3 people come to the home event. I had 3 prospects at my own home event. You know how exciting that is when you get 3. I had 3 prospects, and 2 of them signed up that night. I had meetings all week long because I had just sent out this thing. And I felt so busy. I felt productive. I felt happy. People signed up. So it works. It's just a matter of getting somebody to engage in conversation with you. You ask them lots of open-ended questions. You find a way to relate Vima to what they're doing in their life, whether it's work, family, occupation, motivation, whatever it is. And then you send them a video. And the 2 videos that I send, number 1, if it's a young person, I send the Young Pros video, which doesn't say anything about Vima.
Just the YouTube one?
Yeah, the Young Pros. It's like 10 minutes long. But it's sexy. It looks good. And then I also send, that's good for young people, but then I also send the video that's called the new customer video, which is for pretty much all ages, but definitely people like 25 and older. It's just BK talking about the product and a little bit about the business.
What was that called?
It's called the new customer video. It's on vimavideo.com.
Oh, yeah. Wait, that's this really short one?
It's not super short. It's like 6 minutes long.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's just BK talking. And it's sexy though. It looks good. It's very low hype. It's safe to send to anybody, any age. But what I found is that if you will commit to sending a bunch of you guys shouldn't really talk about much anything else today, honestly, because anything else other than first exposures is not where we want our minds right now. We want our minds focused on exposing the first time and recruiting customers and affiliates. Everything else is too in-depth right now. We as a company, as a team, you guys, we just need to focus on recruiting numbers, customers, and affiliates. This is going to keep you in the zone for recruiting customers and orders and getting orders, and everything else is going to fall into place. Because if you, and you correct me if you don't agree, but I feel like if you're getting results, if you're staying busy and you're actually conversing with people, there's no drama on your team. There's no like, oh my God, I need to personally develop or something, or, you know, if you're getting these conversations going, it's like there's no problems in the world. You know what I mean? So if you can just get productive, you're going to feel happy. You're going to feel like you're growing. And that's when you stay in the zone. Once you get in the zone, you stay in the zone. But where it all fades away is when you stop doing it yourself and you start thinking about, what is my team doing? And I'm just done with that stuff, honestly. Like, I don't care how big my team is. I have 2 million points on one side of my business, and I don't care. I don't care what those people are doing. I'm going to continue personally rolling. I mean, that's just, you can't take anything for granted. And I know Cody's doing the same. I mean, you guys could all quit tomorrow, and Cody's still going to keep doing the business. So I'll tell you one thing, you guys. Last thing I'll say, if I can. You know, Vima experienced stratospheric growth, huge momentum, the YPR, but what Eric Worre just talked about, and you talked about this 2 weeks ago in Vegas, is momentum is fake. Okay, momentum, when that's happening, guess what? Anybody can do this business. You can blink at somebody and wink at them and they'll sign up. It doesn't take any skill whatsoever. And when a company's in momentum, it typically lasts, 6 to 9, maybe 12 months of really strong momentum. But what always happens, every single time, every company, doesn't matter, it goes, and then it corrects. It's just like the stock market, you guys. A stock that goes up, 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 they never go up all the time. They go down a little bit, they correct. And in network marketing, when that happens, guess what? A whole bunch of people quit, or they go to other companies. Guess what? Those are posers. Those are people that are going to ride the momentum waves their whole career. And odds are, and we know this to be true, the people that ride the wave of momentum and then they quit as soon as things appear like the momentum's dying, they leave. Those people typically leave the industry. Okay? The reason Cody's going to make it big in this industry, and me too, is that we're still here after the momentum faded. And guys, I honestly believe this with everything. The people that are really professional, that learn the skills, we know how to make money whether the momentum is high or whether it's low. We're still making money. We're still going to succeed. Why? Because we're learning the skills. And this text message thing is a skill. It's a skill that's going to put money in your pocket. And that's what we're doing. We're doing a business. So if momentum is low, right now, Vima, the momentum is low in Vima. So what? Guys, more people became millionaires in the Great Depression than any other time in our nation's history. So that tells me that the ballers are made when momentum is low. So you learn the skills now, None of us are fakers. None of us are posers like a bunch of those people that quit and went to other companies. They're gonna experience the same thing in those other companies. You guys feel me?
Yeah.
So anyway,
I wanted to ask you real quick. What did you say? I missed the part because I use this texting thing, and I'm actually meeting a girl Monday at 12. But what did you say? Because I want to do it more like custom towards the way that you're saying it. But what did you say right before? You said, "What's your schedule like the next few days?" Ask them kind of questions, whatever. And then to the part about meeting up, what did you say?
I just say this. I say, hey, you know, whatever they said that you can relate Vima to.
Yeah.
So even if it's like, I'm working a lot, but I'm sick and tired of my job, or I just hate it, or something. They're always going to say something like that. You just want to relate it back. And so I always say this, hey, I'm working on a really cool project actually right now that relates to what you're talking about. Because I know, that's just what I say. I say, hey, I'm working on something really cool right now that actually relates to whatever it was. Weightlifting, trying to lose weight, trying to be healthy, trying to make more money. They're in school all the time. I don't care. You can relate Vima back to it in any way. You don't overthink it, but you want to ask lots of open-ended questions to find something. You guys, you get what I'm saying? Yeah. Find something, and just. But here's the other thing. Don't be too in a rush to send them the video. Create the rapport. Create a conversation. And honestly, it might not even lead to anything that day. It might be a few days down the road. Because some of these people you're going to talk to are people that you might not have talked to in a while. So don't be too in a rush to send the video link. But it's always like, hey, cool, man. So you're working a lot. Obviously, I know you're doing that business, that Vema thing. That's cool. Hey, I'm actually working on something that I think could maybe help you, you know, with your business. You know, the kid that was doing the weightlifting thing, I mean, he's one of my top leaders. He didn't have any clue what I was doing. And I said, hey, we've got something that's actually, I'm working on a pretty cool project right now that would relate to you being in the gym, putting on weight. Could be pretty cool for you to look at. And he goes, dude, absolutely. I would love to talk about that. He had no clue. And then I said, hey, just so we're on the same page before we talk, I'm going to send you a short video link that's going to explain a little bit more about what we're working on. And he goes, dude, sweet, send it. And so the funniest part is that I had pre-recorded a video of me. It was like a minute-long video of me saying, hey, if you're watching this video, it's because you're on my team and I just did the text message invite on you. You know, joke's on you. And so I sent him that video and he responded. He was like, you mother effer. But he was like, dude, that was so genius the way you did that. It just worked. And I don't know, it works.
So this kind of explains how to do it?
Yeah. If you watch that video.
Okay.
Yep, it's 30 minutes long, but it explains the system of how you start a conversation. It explains the steps, getting them to agree to meet you or talk to you, then hitting them with a video link. If they like what they see, great. Your job then is either to go meet with them and give them a can of Verve. You don't worry about making a big presentation. The idea, just like Eric Horry talks about, it's a system of multiple small exposures. And I talk about that on the video as well. It's simple. But I promise you, I mean, it's working for me and several people on my team that are following it closely.
I just did it and I got this girl for Monday at 12.
Boom. You can buy me lunch. All right. I gotta go.
If she signs up. What? If she signs up.
Yeah, if she'll sign up. She'll sign up, dude. It's you. All right, bye, guys.
See ya.
Thank you.
Cody.
Yeah.
Adding on to what he was talking about with Eric Horry, was just going over momentum is an illusion. It's not real. He was saying that like momentum or hype forms momentum. So like every time that we feel like, you know, we're in this stage of momentum, whether it's, you know, Apple with the iPhone or, you know, Mimo with like a product launch or whatever, it's all just hype. And for example, Body Pro launching is going to cause momentum. And all that is, it's not like momentum, it's not an actual thing. All that is all of us promoting and hyping up the product launch and actually working, because there's like a reason instead of having to do it on your own. It's like a product launch, so you can kind of use that as like your reason, as your center focus. And as people are starting to get started naturally with the product launch, it's going to be That's where people say, oh, this is momentum. The other thing about momentum too is that momentum, since we're saying it's not real and it's an illusion, it's something that, like Brad was saying, momentum usually lasts a year, or or whatever you want to call it, like rapid growth. It's actually an illusion, but that lasts for 12 months at a time. So we had the 12 months, actually a little over 12 months, when we did 117 million. I remember we did 8 million in sales the month I started, and then cap went all the way up to just under like 25 million in a month in sales at our highest point so far, and that's in 2 years, 2.5 years, even the same month. So what I'm trying to say is that we, like, now that we went up and then it went down a little bit, now it's on the way back up a little bit. We create that growth now, like we do it. Like when we started, Cody, Josh, me, Sean, back in the day, 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago for him. When we started, we created the growth. We created it all ourselves. It didn't just like happen. The company wasn't going crazy at the time. We created that. Okay, so that's like what I want you guys to understand that Eric was talking about downstairs, is that when we're going to take our next, our next wave of rapid growth, or what we would call momentum, even though it's illusion, it's not really there. When we do that, we're going to have to create it. Okay, it's not just going to happen on its own anymore. All right, because the worst thing that tends to happen with a lot of people, I could definitely recognize a lot of you guys in the room getting started during this phase where you got in while things were going absolutely insane. So your expectations are that things are going to go absolutely insane. But in reality, we were making that happen ourselves. And if we let up, we can't rely on other people to continue making that rapid growth happen. You guys make this make sense? Yep. So, when we joined, we didn't have growth going on. So we had to create that. When a lot of other people joined, like, I'm trying to think, I think, Sean, I'm going to pick on you for a second. When you joined, I'm pretty sure things were just going crazy. Like, I don't know how crazy, because it's been a while now, but it was just like, oh my God, Party and Bold and, Renew and Remix and, people hitting diamond in 1 month. And that was all everybody knew. But, sometimes you step back and you think it's just going to, keep happening. Only lasts for up to 12 months, like he said, at that rate. And then things are going to slow down, and then you have to make it happen. You have to create it. And that's where we see that, that little decline in sales sometimes is because people that joined during that rapid growth aren't used to a time not in rapid growth. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's kind of what we were talking about, just on that note. So I don't want you guys to look at it as, a negative thing. I want you to look at it as a positive. Because remember what I told you. We joined at 8 million in sales in a month. He was probably like 6 million when we joined. Now, even when we say we're not in momentum, we're still doing more than triple for, when we were when Cody started. All right. So keep that in mind. But I'll kind of throw it back over to you.
Yeah. You're right.
You got a question?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I actually got in like right before we started back, and it was just when I got in, there wasn't even gold. It was just I was at the old corporate office, and Sean gave me the orange can, so I know how it was. Like I was there right before the meeting started, so I know exactly what you're talking about. How many
yeah, but like when we had 10 people in Grove Central on Broadway, the old corporate, and then 40, 80, 200, 300, and you saw that all happen, max capacity fire hazards like every night
for a month.
Like we had people leaking out the door, and then all of a sudden that doesn't just continue. It just doesn't. That's anyone younger doesn't really understand that. Sometimes I'm younger. I'm 21, probably like younger than some of you guys, older than some of you guys, but in all businesses there's growth and decay. Okay, I mean you're not gonna. It's impossible to grow every single month forever and ever and ever and ever. I mean, it's just impossible. You can't do that. Yep. So,
if you don't have something to write with, I mean, go on and take notes. We're going to be talking about stuff today to, grow your business.
we need extra like stuff to write on.
You're gonna need something.
It's hot in here. Anyone else think it's hot in here?
Oh.
A little bit.
I'm turning it down like way down.
No, it was set to 75. It's going up.
Oh. Oh. Yeah. Uh,
Set. All right.
all right.
Cool.
All right.
Yours.
All right.
I'm like, wow.
You know, man. Nice to meet you.
All right. Does everyone have something to write with?
Excited. So hard.
What'd you guys think of Brad's texting thing? I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I tried it myself. The girl and meeting up Monday at 12. It's pretty good. So I like that. I'm gonna try it out. It's always good to always be constantly evolving. But a couple things that I was gonna talk about, and then we're actually gonna have Matt kind of talk about the new product launching with the new body shake, the ready drink can. So he's going to talk about that here in just a few minutes. But what I was going to kind of talk about real quick is really just, looking at kind of like the trainings, like materials when people are getting started, like after people get started, what we're kind of using, because, sometimes there's confusion on, do we use this or that or this. So I kind of talked to Josh Noble, Alex, Morton, Brad, and they were kind of just giving me some insight, like what, to kind of just be utilizing as the tools. One of the things, I have it up here, I know you guys can't see it that well on here. If you don't have this is the 4th step on here, where it's, as you can see, talks about, it has you connected with the leaders. So if somebody new gets started, say that, I'm sitting here with Gabe, he's just getting started in the business. And, me and Sean are sitting there, we put, myself here on the lead, and then Sean's name on here, and then maybe one other guy in his upline, so he knows the people to talk to. So your newest person knows who to call if they have questions or if they need help or they want to introduce a prospect. So they have that resource there. Then also your why. Obviously, it only has the one line there. So when you're sharing this with your newest person, they want to write more on another piece of paper, but it has the why on there. Has the list, list of people that they're going to contact first, be customers or to build business. And then talks about the invite. There's so many different ways to invite. I'm going to try and do the texting invite because I think that's really comfortable for me. I'm really comfortable texting people. I don't like calling as much. I do it when I'm inviting normally, but I trying that texting thing, and I like it a lot. So kind of going over the invite, and then the taking action part, where the newest person hosts their first event, and kind of get forcing the calendar on people. Like not like, okay, well now you got started, but we'll figure out when you're doing your first event next week or a couple weeks from now. It's like no, like that time of getting them started. Once you're going through this with your newest person, once we're going through this with the newest people, we got to get the date and time and location of where that first event's going to be immediately, so we can get results immediately. Okay. Because the longer time goes by from a newest person getting started to getting their business actually launched, the less excitement that they'll have. So we want to get that as soon as possible. And then down here, I like this part a lot, which it basically just talks about, I'll work to the best of my ability in VEMA and give this opportunity and honest effort for the next 12 months. In accordance to my goals and dreams, I am committed to being involved and actively building my VEMA business 1 year from today. So, they say their name on there. Yeah, so it's just basically saying that they're going to commit to giving it, legitimate time. Like, you really have to give it a year in this business to really see, really what you're doing. Because I know, maybe some of you guys have been in it for, 6 months, 12 months, longer, 18 months, however long you've been in. I didn't know what I was really doing until after a year in. I mean, some of you guys agree that I've been for a year. Like probably every 3 to 6 months, I'm like, why was I doing something that way? Or why was I doing this that way? Like, you just realize that, you have to go through that learning curve, and, it takes time. It's just like with anything new that you start with. And then the other part of this. And then this is the back side. This part's great because it has the resources. So it has like the front and back on this paper. So it has a new affiliate checklist, like making sure, they went through this affiliate action plan, set up the, getting started with the newest person kind of session, listen to the first 7 days audio, the resources. This is one thing that I'm really trying to, share with people when they're getting started now as far as like a resource to see, which is the VIMAactionplans.com. So it has like the actual 8 steps that Tom has. So it's like the more in-depth version of basically what we had just on there before. Then it also has all the calls too. So say that, for example, Josh has, a friend that he wants to, see the business, and no one's available to meet up with him and do like a 2-on-1 or something like that. And it's say it's Alex's Wednesday. Say Alex has a 7 p.m. opportunity call. So then he just plugs them right into the opportunity call. They use that as their first exposure, checking it out. So it's just like you got to look at all the resources we have, and being able to share this with the newest person is very, very helpful. And then the first 30 days too, kind of gives them an idea of what they should be, shooting for in their first 30 days. So that's something that I'm gonna get a bunch of those printed, and if you want me to, I'll email it to you. Just when we finish up, or actually, I'll write my. For those of you guys on the webinar right now, just type in your email and I'll email this to you. And then for you guys in here, I'll just rip out a piece of paper if you want to write your email down, and I'll email this to you so you can print it out. Just write your email. Make sure you write it like printed nice, otherwise I won't be able to type it, read it. All right, so that I just want to show you guys that is, kind of the resource that we want to be using when we're getting people started, to plug them right into as they're getting started as well. And then, obviously, so that your designated Facebook page, whatever Facebook group that you're involved in, to make sure that when you get somebody started, you add them into that specific Facebook group that you're in and welcome them in there. Some of you guys obviously already know that, but, for the group as a whole, everybody to, quick update on that. And one other thing that, I was really talking with a lot of people about, I was talking to, Tom and Brad. I'm meeting with Tom Okaza next week in San Diego to have like a session kind of talking about it. Is really like the mission of, what we're trying to accomplish, like just in general. And I think there's like a few categories that we're really trying to push is, we're trying to create professionals that are, getting good at the skills like Brad is talking about, and then improve in all aspects of life. I think that's like our mission that we need to be pushing, instead of, I'll make a lot of money, or, cars and all that stuff, because hype, obviously doesn't last. So we want to get people with great skill sets. We want to develop skill sets of the invite, of closing, of presenting, of following up with people in that professional attitude, professional sense as we're building the business. So that's kind of like the, one of the big things, the mission that we're kind of talking about. And then I actually, saw this kind of like these like 4 squares the other day. Let's see if I could draw this. Is there like a drawing thing on here? Is anyone good with Mac? Paint? Is that on here? Or is that under? Here, I don't know how to work Mac. Help me. Do something on there. All right. You just type it in that box up there. Paint or something. No. Okay. Well, Mac officially isn't as good as Microsoft, so. Is anyone good at this stuff?
Probably don't.
Okay. Well, I'll try and just like make like the best example out of it I can. I'll just draw it. I'll draw it on a piece of paper. So no worries. All right. So.
I'll do it.
Okay. All right. Try that while I draw this out and use it in this sense. Okay. So you guys can kind of see in here the 4 boxes. Okay, so basically, I know it's kind of hard to see, but it's a box. If you're taking notes on it, draw a square and then, I guess like a window looking thing on there. But basically, I got shown this concept, a couple days ago, and I really, really liked it a lot. So it's the box here. And so your top left corner is going to say mental. Your top right corner is going to say physical. Bottom right corner is going to be money. Bottom left corner is social. Okay. You want to draw that on there, Sean? Perfect. All right, you'll be able to see it on there better. And then you got to write the words. That'll even be more fun. There you go. All right. So you don't need to write the words up there. Probably be a little bit difficult. But so you guys have it. The top left corner. It's like different. Top left corner is mental. Right corner at the top is physical. Bottom right corner is money. Bottom left is social. And so basically, what this is kind of this is kind of the new, like, I guess, mission that we really want to push towards people. There's a lot of different like ways to like explain the balances of life or whatever, but with Vima, the things that we're able to offer, I mean, everybody obviously has different goals, but we want to promote to everybody's different goals. So the thing is about these four areas. So obviously I'll just explain, starting with the ones we have. So the bottom right, obviously being money. When people are looking at what we have like overall like for the industry and network marketing, like with Vima, it's health and wellness. So these are the 4 main areas that we kind of want to like push when we're like sharing this stuff with people. Where when it comes to the money, yeah, people obviously want to be able to make money in our industry. That when people are coming in, we want to show, hey, yeah, we have an opportunity to create a part-time income. We have an opportunity to create something, a secondary source of income. If people are looking to create a lot of money, great. That doesn't usually happen until they've been in the business for a little while. Because people, when they first get started, there's no belief, they have hope. They hope that they could do something, and then when they get somebody started, then there starts to become some belief. When they start getting paid, belief, it raises every single time that starts to happen. So bottom right, money, obviously we're promoting making money. Bottom left means social, meaning culture. Okay, people look at the business, they look at what we're doing, and they see a culture that we have that most companies don't have. They have a culture that they actually want to be a part of. People want to be a part of what we're doing, and that's something that we've been able to do in Vima really well, is create something that people want to be a part of because they like the people that are involved and they like the culture that we've been able to create here. So that's another really big area that we're like trying to push, is showing people that we have a culture and a social like atmosphere that people want to be a part of. And top left is like mental growth, like building skill set, growing as a person, becoming the best person you could be. And then the top right being physical, getting into shape, being literally, when we focus on these areas, we're helping with what we have here with the business side to become the best person somebody can be. Because if somebody's making great money and they're part of a social group and a culture that they like to be a part of, that they're able to grow and enjoy the time being around these people, and they're growing in their mind, they're growing up here, their skill set, they're growing on all aspects on the mental side, and then physically they're in good shape, eating healthy, being involved with the with the products, representing health and wellness. Okay, when we hit all these areas for people, it's something we could pull people into the business when we're representing this. And because when we're representing only, like money, that's not going to bring everybody. I know for me, it wasn't just the money for me. When I was introduced, if it was just all hype, all money, that wouldn't have pulled me into the business. I saw money and this. Those were the two things that interested me, and then this too, where I knew it was a healthy product. And say if somebody, maybe they don't really like where they're at, they want to be able to be around more people, meet new people. We show them a great culture, and maybe they want to make extra money. They see the money, and then they see that they could grow as a person. They want that. Maybe they don't want the physical. Maybe they're like, I'm fine with the way my body is and the way I feel every day. But maybe those three areas. So it's like when we're really pushing what we have here, like with FEMA, these are kind of the areas that we're really trying to push. So like when people see home events, people see when we go out together as a group or when we do group social things, they see that they want to be a part of the social aspect. And then they see it's almost like a fraternity, sorority kind of thing without, it's actually cheaper than a sorority or fraternity. It's funny. But it just kind of creates that, family culture, and then also a culture that is helping grow people. Like we're just basically like kind of the mission that, I've been kind of seeing is what we need to really focus on is growing people in all aspects of life. Not just focusing on let's just make money, but let's focus on, getting Gabe to be awesome at, public speaking, communicating awesome, being a great leader to people, growing himself so that he's being able to be successful in other things he wants to do. Make sure, he's healthy and, being a part of the culture with people that care about him and what he wants to do in his life. That's what we want to create. That's like the culture and the atmosphere that we want to create with FEMA, with, all age groups as well, being included in this. So I want to show you guys that because I thought that was cool. Do you guys agree? Like, do you guys feel like that's like a good thing? Yeah. Do you guys have any insight? Yeah. Anything? Great. Anything you guys feel like you want to add or comments on with that?
Experience-wise?
Well,
experience-wise?
What?
Like physical, mental, social, how it's helped you, like which one you chose, which one you got in for?
What do you mean?
Like, okay, so you know how like you said this like money is not gonna like, get everyone into it. It's usually like, a combination of things like mental, social, and then money. Like, are you asking that like why we got in?
Yeah, well basically just kind of like asking like, if you feel like this is like a good like focus, because a lot of the times, too many people they just see like they see so narrow-minded into one aspect of it. Like I've met some people that are just all they talk about is the money and the money to be made with it. But then meet people that are about the product and all they do is talk product. And then some people that just come hang out and don't talk about anything, just like hang out. So it's just like there's different things that attract different people. But if we're able to hit all these areas, we're able to attract people in all these different kind of areas as we're building the business. But I guess that is a good question. I mean, if a couple of you guys want to share, why like you got involved out of these different areas. Like I kind of talked about mine a little bit. Do you want to share yours? Like why? Like what areas like you wanted to improve on or like be around?
Well, areas that definitely want to improve on. I'm a pretty healthy guy. I don't really, gain a lot of weight. Well, this body thing is definitely gonna like change the physical. But before like the body stuff came around, I was always, pretty healthy. Pretty good weight. So it's more about mental. Because I always like to build when I like to get smart, and I want to be a businessman, so it's fine. So I wanted to find out. I wanted to gain a lot of experience. I wanted, also social. I wanted to be able to just talk to people. Not it's a little hard. Even you can be the most confident person in the world, but look, everybody's watching like they are now, and you're talking like you still have pressure on you. So I like that. Now maybe we just talk freely. I'm not nervous about it. And then the money thing also because I used to ride the bus all the way from 48th Avenue all the way to Mesquite High School, my whole senior year every day. And this business really helped me be able to get my CrossFit certificate downstairs. So, I really needed that because, it's a means into, me to an end, whatever it's called.
Yeah, I get
Yeah, it helps out a lot.
Yeah.
Money's not, like you said, money's not everything, but money is freedom. And that freedom was me not having to take the bus, which probably has bed bugs and homeless people throwing up over. I did not like that. I was like, I don't like this environment. Like that environment was full of, like people who, I don't want to say, but like they didn't win. Like, and I was like, I don't want to be around, I don't want to be around winners. I want to show that I'm winning. So this really helped me out with that.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome. Yeah, and so I mean that's the real like kind of purpose of this. Is my first time kind of explaining this, so it's still like kind of new to me, but I think it's just really like the mission of building people. And, as you build people, people build business. If somebody gets on board and, they're like Gio, he's not here right now, but he's lost 60 pounds on the body program. I mean, great. 60 pounds on that for him, physically, this is a win for him. And if you go to somebody that maybe, in the desire to maybe lose weight, and you go to them with just making money, they don't even get to see Vima because they turned it off because all you did was talk to them about the money. And they may have, if they saw the body line, they saw what we had to offer with that could have helped change their life. And then maybe you see people like Demetrius, like someone like me, or a few people that wanted to grow their mind and skill set and become just a better person overall. That's where you can attract people in that category. And the social category, being around the culture. Because I know, I just know this from, and I know a lot of you guys too, but after you get out of high school, it's your social bubble like shrinks a lot because you're not seeing 1,000 people every single day anymore. You see a few people that you still keep in touch with, but you're able to create a community of people that come together for a lot of things and have a lot of fun together. So it's just you got to look at all the different areas and not just focus so narrow-minded on just one or two. We have to focus on general growth of people, so that when we grow people, people will build the business, but we have to build them up first. So that was just kind of my topic on this. And I actually wanted to, the next thing I want to do is bring up Matt to kind of talk about the new body pro kind of coming out, a little bit of details on that. And then I know you kind of prepared a little bit with that. And then, maybe customer acquisition, what you've done to, get your product for free in your first month of business. I know a lot of people want to do that. I'm almost there, finally. Myself, it is 3 years and finally almost have my free product. But, Matt's obviously done really well with that. So if you want to come up here and just kind of explain what you've done with that.
You mind if I could do it here?
Yeah, you can do it there. Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. Well, customer acquisition I found to be, not that bad because I'm a personal trainer around that, all the time. And, other 4 major areas that Viva can help you with, whether it be health, time, money, or skill set. Obviously acquiring customers can be more focused on health. And honestly, who can better their health? I mean, everyone. There's no one that's too healthy that couldn't do something like that. So, in essence, everyone could be a customer if they're prospected right. So I kind of want to dive into what I have here as far as customer acquisition. So, what I found first being most important is research, right? You can't sell something that you don't know. So you need to learn all the ins and outs of what you have here. So, I mean, honestly, no one's going to want to listen to someone who's I heard it's pretty good at this, and I think it does that, and, you can gain some weight, you're really healthy, so whatever you're talking about, right? So you got to be a brand ambassador. Understanding that when you talk to someone for the first time that would be a prospective customer, that you're an extension of Vima, right? So you want to make sure that you're approaching them in a professional manner. Honestly, if someone came to me with their, pants hanging on the ground and, some sloppy clothes, I'm probably not going to listen to what he's got to say about why I should be drinking something that he's doing, right? So, in basic basic product knowledge is just it's going to overcome basic objections, why this, why that, why is your product better than this when I can just go to High Health and buy something, right? So research is huge, and that gets me to my second point here, and who do you sell first to, right? You sell it to your family, your friends, referrals, friends of friends. No, you want to sell yourself, right? Because if you're not bought into the product and you don't openly believe in it, then who else will, So honestly, but be all in. You're going to have to test it. You're going to have to try it, and honestly fall in love with your product. Because, if by doing that, you're going to naturally have enthusiasm. You're going to have vigor with what you're telling other people, right? And naturally, they're going to get excited about it. Because the most common objection that you'll get in this area is, well, how's it going for you? If you're not personally buying the product, you're not trying it, then you can't answer that question. So, and then by doing that, you're going to develop a personal testimony why this works for you, right? So, and then thirdly, what I found to be the most important thing about, acquiring new customers or even prospects is being able to ask questions and listen. We're not telling them anything. You want to be personable. You want to be relatable. Listen to what they have to say, right? You're not trying to throw anything on them, just like anything else, right? You want to find out what they're looking for or what they need. So just like in when you're prospecting affiliates, you want to fill a need with time or money, you want to use Vima to fill a need in that area of their life. Well, I need to supplement multivitamins, or I'm not taking enough protein every day, or I'm not eating lunch while I'm at work. I forget to eat. Next thing you know, it's 6 o'clock at night, and I realize I haven't ate all day. Well, great. We have something that actually works for you. We're at this Bodybuild Pro thing is gonna be awesome that's coming out. Because how easy it is to take a can with you to work, and you can just drink that at lunchtime. All right, it's a meal replacement. So that's something to really be excited about, and understanding that the question in this area is why should I buy your product, or why should I try Vima? You don't want to start telling them about all these ingredients. You don't want to tell them why Vima is the best product in the world, and you don't want to give them your personal testimony yet. I mean, honestly, personal testimony is huge because you say, well, man, I've tried multivitamins, I've tried all this other stuff. I got the one a day where you can take one multivitamin a day for 30 days, and honestly, I've had it for 3 months. I've had 10 soft gels I've taken, and it's hard to stick to. Well, great, man. I was actually in the same shoes. I can't tell you all the supplements that I bought. And just like anything else, I'm on fire for the first week or 10 days, right? Like I'm jacked up. This thing's gonna get huge. I'm gonna get all strong and stuff. No. And then 10 days later or a month later, I realized that, oh, well, shit, I still have that in my cabinet and I haven't, even finished it. And so how hard is it to take a 2-ounce bottle of Vima in the morning a day, shoot it back, boom, you're done, right? So that's where your personal testimony will come in there. And if you start telling about the ingredients, obviously that can get confusing and it's not really emotionally engaging, right? You start telling, well, it's got this, that, and the other, this, and this. Well, that doesn't matter because the point here is that you don't know what they want out of it yet, right? You just tell them all this basic knowledge that, they don't really care about. And then 2, being that, you tell them it's the best product in the world, you kind of come off pushy, kind of like a used car salesman in a derogatory sense. Nothing against them, they do a great job, but we don't want to do that, right? That's not what we're about. And then, lastly, like, what's the worst thing that can happen? When you approach someone about something that you truly believe in, the worst thing you say, no, they're not going to burn down your house, not going to punch you in your face, right? So, with that, I mean, if you don't talk to someone about it, they're never going to know about it. They could possibly never find out what Vima actually is. Secondhand knowledge, we all know how it goes. Like in the classroom, when you whisper something to somebody, by the time you sit in the, into the room, it's a totally different story. So, you be that person to, tell them about it, be excited about it. And, talking to people is our job. They're never going to find out about it if we don't talk to them. So, and then don't predetermine a situation before you even talk to someone. Like, oh, they're probably not going to be into this because of this. Probably not going to like Vima because of that. They're already taking this. Or they're already taking that supplement. Be open with them. Talk to people. And, it really is just asking questions and listen. So in recap of all that, 1, do your research. Find out about what you have here, right? 2, sell yourself first, believe in what you're doing, believe in the products. You can tell other people, with enthusiasm about it. 3, ask questions and listen. Listen to what they say so you can plug Vima in and you fill that need in their life. And then lastly, talk to people, because that is our job here. Otherwise, we're probably never going to find out about it. And, happy customers, we talk about naturally and organically, getting new affiliates. Happy customers are going to become affiliates. They're going to tell their friends, their family about it. Just because this is what we do here, and that's a part of branding Vima as a whole, is becoming a household name. We have to make sure that our people are satisfied with what they're buying, right? So, in essence, that's all that I got here for you guys. Thank you for.
That was phenomenal. I got a lot of content there too. I like the part where you're talking about like being a brand ambassador and really. I like that you said basic product knowledge because people think to get customers, they need to know what niacin is and like all the little ingredients on that stuff. I really like when you said basic, like know what Vima stands for, know what all the products that we have are, like, just knowing the basic stuff. You don't need to be an expert, but I like that. I like what you're saying that. So, now I think we should be able to, go out there and be able to share this product more efficiently. I have some customers that I'm working on and been, talking to the last couple of weeks, getting them to try sample packs and stuff. So I think that's, a really great way, what Matt was talking about to get those customers. So you guys can get your product for free. But next person, we're going to have, talk a little bit, share some more content knowledge is going to be Michael. He's going to talk a little bit more on some of the stuff that, adding on to what we've been talking about. But so, again, make sure you're taking notes, and Michael, take it from there.
Well, I got a good seat because everyone can see me over here. So I just want to start off by doing like a 3 to 4 minute recap of what I've heard downstairs at the Go for the Gold. Something that they brought back. I hit gold over 2 years ago. They didn't have it, so I never got to go. So that's why I'm there. A little overdue, but I'm trying to extract some of this stuff that is more, I wouldn't say like elementary, but like junior high. It's not. It's a little lower than where I'm at right now, but it's a little higher than maybe where some of you guys are at. So it's kind of that middle point where you're going to try to, where we can meet halfway. Something that Anthony Powell talked about, and if you guys don't know, Anthony Powell's a Royal Ambassador. He made 7 figures in Herbalife for 15 years in a row before he switched to FEMA. Okay, so he's made like 50, 60, 70 million dollars. Okay, I mean he knows what he's doing. He talks about linear income. Okay, that's trading an hour for $1, however you want to look at it. That's linear income no matter what. It's not gonna. First of all, you have to show up to get paid. Second of all, it's not going to dramatically increase at any point. And when you're working for linear income, you're working for the 1%. So, he was talking about, do you want to be the 1% and have, people working for you, or do you want to work for the 1%? This is like a chance to be a part of the 1%, down the road when you're able to have leveraged income, which is the next thing. So leveraged income is the kind of income that you don't have to physically punch the clock and you'll still get paid on it. I've experienced some leverage income. I know Sean has, a lot of you guys, Josh, in the room have, to the point where like, Josh every single month, like since, 2 years ago, he's made a part-time income with me every single month. Like there hasn't been like 1 month that he hasn't. Okay, no matter what he does, be in town, out of town, he could have had surgery, be at work 40 hours this week at his mom's, family reunion. It doesn't matter. Like he's still going to get paid continuously. So that's leveraged income. And leveraged income could be, exponential at times when we're in these fast, periods of rapid growth. But it's something that grows at a non-linear level. So it's kind of geometric, if you like to call it. It's kind of all over the map here. 2/3 of Americans right now are considered overweight. If you're wondering, that's terrible. So Body Pro and overweight they could be 3 pounds overweight according to like the, you probably know more about this than me, the standards and stuff. But according to the standards, 2/3 of people are overweight. He already talked about be a product of the product. Anthony Powell, in his phase where he went from like say where me or Sean are at or Cody to millions of dollars in 36 months, he enrolled 562 people. Okay, so and that sounds crazy, but here's kind of how he broke it down. For every 10 people, he said just focus on enrolling 10 new people every 30 days. And of those 10 people, 3 you're gonna wish you never met. You're gonna pray that you never see them again because they're gonna waste your time and they're gonna just do everything that you don't want them to do, and it's just gonna be a mess. 3 you're gonna be on and off. Those people that they drink it, they order, they show up when Alex Morton's in town, they show up at a Suns game randomly, thought they were like literally had no pulse, and all of a sudden they come out of nowhere. Those are going to be 3 people. 3 of them are going to be your coachable players. Like those are going to be the people that kind of, come along. Like they're listening, they're growing, they're learning, they're doing well, they're coachable, but they're not maybe like taking that extra step to become a leader like Matt is right now. Okay, and then 1 is going to be that superstar, very very rarely. But more than likely, that last one is going to go into one of the other 3 categories. It just depends. It's like a mystery. It's like every 10, you're going to have a mystery. They're either going to be an ace, someone coachable, on and off, or someone you wish you never met. So when you have your 4 wish you never met, that's bad month, but then the next month maybe you only have 3 people, so that's good. So he talks about like the law of averages, and then the last thing that he talked about, and Eric Worre talked about, and I've been talking about lately, so now it makes me feel a lot better that they've mentioned it. It just reassures me that it's a good idea, is building the business around a concept or a product launch and working 90 days at a time. So we had this call the other night, and we talked about how Mojo launched, and we're literally last year, this time, I got on the phone with Tom Alcazar. Which Cody's going to see him this week. #1 earner. Okay, he was pinnacle. He hadn't ranked again until after that point, but he was pinnacle at the time. 300 grand a month, and he was telling me that I had to build my business in a 90-day burst. Like he's just like, you just need to just drop everything for 90 days and see what happens. Okay. And for those of you guys that have other things going on, how we did it. This is an extreme thing, and I'm just going to tell you what happened the last time I did this, and we are doing this again. So be listening to the details in the next couple weeks here. But 90 days, if you're full time, is anyone not in school or not working a part-time job right now? Besides, obviously, I know you two. Anyone else besides Cody, me, and Sean here? Okay. So if you're not in school and not working a job, you're full time. It would just be us, and that's going to be 12 hours a day, 6 days a week. Okay, and if you're part-time, it's as much as you can, but preferably 6 hours a day, 6 days a week. And that's just like a general guideline. What happened with me was we lasted 44 days, and I doubled my income. I didn't even make it halfway, just under half the 90 days, 44 days. We pre-launched last December around the Mojo, $100 billion brand, coffee is coming out. Big thing, convention, got to rank up, blah, 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 all this stuff going on. We had a concept to build our growth around, had a sense of urgency. And in November, I hit platinum, so I was where Sean was at before that. And in November, I dropped to like my all-time low. I went down to like gold, okay? And I was just so upset, and that was when I talked to Tom. And then in December, I got back up to diamond. And then in January, I went from like diamond to star platinum, and I ranked up. And so like 24 to like 76 cycles, and then went from 76 to 122 and hit executive the following month. Okay, that leveled out, ever since. Now I'm thinking, how can I get myself over the hump again? Probably need to do the same thing. It got to the point where there's so many people enrolling that I didn't know anyone's name. I didn't know what's going on, what day it was. Like it was like actually like really exhausting mentally, but it was worth it because it was 44 days. So 6 out of 7 of those. So I mean, you're looking at like maybe you're gonna have a couple weeks off there or a couple days off. So about 38 days or so. 38 out of 44 days where you're just gonna focus. 38 days. That's like a tenth of the year. Okay, it's just over a month. All right, so I'd highly suggest that. How many invitations a day, how many presentations, and what's your sign-up ratio? So Anthony's was this. 3 invites. Out of 3 invites, 1 person got on the presentation, and out of the 3 presentations, 1 person got started. So for anyone not good at math, that's out of 9 people that saw a presentation, out of 3 invites, 1 person would look, so 1 out of every 3 would check out the presentation, and only 1 out of 3 presentations someone would enroll, so it's 1 out of 9. Okay, so as far as the amount, like, you would invite 9 people, 3 would look at the video or get on the call, and 1 would start. Okay, so there's your numbers. So if you're trying to enroll 10 people a month, how many invites a day do you have to do if you're going to get 1 out of 9? You're going to have to do a shit ton. Okay, but it's not really that many though. And then just like everybody needs to have body built. Like you need a pre-work. You have it. Everyone just needs it. If you're in this and you're planning on launching the product, like you have to have it. And there's only 30,000 cases, and that sounds like a lot, but they'll be gone in the first 2 days. So if you want it, you need to pre-work it, or else you're going to wait an extra month because they can't produce it any faster. It's impossible. So that's that. And then, anyone have any questions so far about anything? 90-day challenge. What's up?
Can I touch on the 90-day challenge real quick?
Yeah.
Same thing with Mikey is kind of what happened to me. December of last year, 2013, I had my lowest month in a long time. And network marketing is general, whether you've been in MEMA for a week, 2 months, 6 months, a year, 2 years. In network marketing, the industry, the month of December is typically the slowest month. That's kind of where Michael and I were at. We were at our slowest month. I was at the worst I was in a long time. Then when we did this 90-day challenge, I really encourage everyone to commit to doing this 90-day challenge, this blitz, because it changed everything. And it is very tiring. It was a lot of work. I think I even ended up in late January. I ended up going to the hospital, and they told me I had sleep deprivation. So it is tiring, but I was stuck in a ring for 19 months, and because of that blitz in January, I finally broke that ring. After being stuck for 19 months, not able to figure out what it was that was going to push me over it, and that blitz did. So I really encourage you to really just take all-out massive action with that, because it could get you wherever you are in your business, whether you've been in a week or you've been in 2 years, it could bring you to the next level no matter what.
Yeah.
Or like Michael, you skip 6 levels.
Yeah, I mean, I remember all in one day, we had 5 new bronzes, 2 new silvers, 2 new golds, a new diamond, a new platinum, all in one day. And guess what happened to me? I ranked up. That's usually what happens when all that happens, right? So during this blitz, you need to not only do it for yourself, but you need to get other people on board.
Yeah.
Raise your hand if you're interested in hearing about like a little bit of details on this before I. Okay. Let's see you guys. All right. Cool. If I take a sec on this. Okay. So the 90-day challenge, it's not just like 90 days straight of just like going crazy. There's like actually a method behind it. So like the first 30 days is going to be, and we might condense it down because we noticed no one lasted 90 days last time, so we might try to cut it in half or something. But the thing is when it was 90 days, if we did 45, if we changed to 45, we might only do 20. So that's the thing, I don't want to necessarily mess with it. We might, try to keep it the same just so that we can continue to, try to go after it. But the first 30 days is a pre-launch, which we need to get started on. Like, that's why I'm talking about this right now. I've been talking about it with my groups. I don't know. I think Josh was on the call and Sean. I don't know if anyone else got a chance to hear about it yet. But so the first 30 days of pre-launch. And in that pre-launch, you enroll 8 new people. This is Eric Worre's, deal. You enroll 8 new people in the business or on the product. Okay, so last year when I was December, right around now, December 11th or December 8th or somewhere right around this time, for 30 days we had a pre-launch where we were building around the new product. This was about to happen. This was about to happen. Do you care what happened, what's happening, or what's about to happen? Right. So that's what you're building your invites around. This is what's about to happen. This product's about to launch. When this came out, things went crazy. $100 billion product, second most consumed beverage behind water. All natural, coconut milk, organic, it's healthy. All your moms drink Starbucks, all your girlfriends drink Starbucks, whatever. You're going crazy about it. So 8 new enrollments built around the body build. Very, very easy, okay? And then you're gonna wanna get half of those people to commit to doing the challenge with you. So you're gonna wanna get 4 to commit. And if you guys are writing down the numbers, you're gonna see how many new enrollments this creates in 90 days. So you enroll 8, and then you get 4 of those 8 to agree to do the same thing for the blitz upcoming. So you're pre-launching, you're getting this ready. Now when they start, they're going to be fresh, so they're not going to need a pre-launch. Like the pre-launch is their first month. That is their pre-launch, okay? Because they're fresh and like I've been in this for 2.5 years. They've been in it for an hour. No one in their friends book or contact list knows MEMA. I've talked to 3,000 people about it, so I'm gonna need a month to pre-launch this and get my 8. So I got my 8 last year. Okay, I was 1.5 years in, and I got 8 people in 30 days enrolled. 4 affiliate packs, 4 2-packs, and they had some special affiliate pack thing going on where if you got 3 in a week, it was $1,000 for like a Christmas bonus. So maybe they'll do that again. And I was in Texas, so that was cool.
And I was an add-in on that. I did mine in January. And I think I got 11 people, all 2-packs, though.
Right.
Affiliate packs. And that was, still 1.5 years, 2 years in. I don't know all that mixes together now. But, I mean, people think they ran out of people to talk to. Like, we've been, me and Michael have been doing this the longest. John's,
Josh.
Right around the same time, and Josh. We went through our contacts a few times. So, but you still find people. You just gotta go back to the list, get it together, and meeting people, and really just get out there. And when you really commit yourself to.
I want me to let everybody know the meeting are Zoom. If you guys want to start heading down.
Okay. But what I was gonna say is, when you really commit to making something happen, that's when you just figure out ways, and you find people that you're like, why didn't I talk to this person before? Like, where were all these people these last couple of years? Why didn't I talk to them before? Kind of thing. So that's something you kind of want to look at when you're doing the pre-launch. And out of the people that I got on board, most of them didn't even really do much. But the thing is, you don't need all of them to do a lot. It's you usually find like he was talking about those numbers. Was only a couple people end up really taking it serious with you. But the couple people on Michael's team that did it, really what pushed him and ranked him up.
Right. And that's actually exactly what I was gonna, get to in a second. So that was a perfect transition, is because after that 30 days, when we then had a January 11th of 2014, we had the AZ kickoff regional, and some of you guys were there, and I hosted that, and because I had this whole thing, this was my deal that I was putting on, this blitz, and I was just all jacked and promoting it. And they were talking about downstairs that posers announce something. So posers like, hey man, home event at 7. That's what posers do. Hey man, regional. Hey man, training tomorrow. That's what posers do. Amateurs, they invite. So hey man, you should come to this training on Saturday. That's what amateurs do. Most people are kind of in that category. Hey man, come to this training on Saturdays. You're gonna learn a lot. Professionals promote, and they don't shut up until everyone's there. And I don't care how many times I had to annoy people. I think I had 99% of my Arizona affiliates at the regional January. I did not shut up until everyone had the ticket. I would call you and not hang up until you spent $5 on the ticket. It's $5. I would tell you in person. You'd get me on a call with your buddy in North Dakota, and as I'm closing the call, I'm reminding your buddy. I'm like, hey, and your friend here, he's going to be heading to this regional. He's actually getting his ticket today. I was just putting words in their mouth. I would send out email, the app notification. I would send it out on Facebook pages, text messages, call individuals every day. That's what professionals do. So when it comes to something like this, if you want your team to do it, you have to promote it. If you're going to announce the blitz, you're a poser, and you're just announcing it just to announce it. You're not probably going to do it. If you're an amateur, you're going to invite maybe a couple people on your team to do it. And if you're a professional in the industry, you're going to, like Alex is, you're going to promote it. So, so on that note, the second thing that we did, and you guys make sure you're taking notes. So we talked about the pre-launch. Okay, eight new people, and then next after that, we did 28-day blitz, which we're now changing to a 21-day blitz. This time around, so it's a 21-day blitz. So 21 days straight was when we found our 8 people. There wasn't any time constraints on that, like how much you had to work. It was just find your 8 people in 30 days, or or get close, or else you're probably not participating. And then the 21 days came up, and that was where we did, if you were part-time, 6 hours, full-time, 12 hours. Some part-time people couldn't do the full 6. They have a job and school, and I get it. And some had, like Cherie had 2 jobs and school when we did that. So it was literally almost impossible for her to do 6 hours, but she still ended up finding a way to rank up. So that 21 days, it's for me and for anyone else that's doing it part-time, make it around you, but this is what I did. 12 to 12. That's it. Before 12, gym, do whatever you got to do. After midnight, go party, hang out with girls, and do stupid things. Okay? But from 12 to, or play poker or whatever. Half the room play poker. 12 to 12, money-making activities. We did some crazy things last year, like reverse. I know I've been talking for a while, but I really want to get you guys to understand this. This reverse invite method, where we would, and with originating here, we've been in at least 90 days, real quick. Okay, about half the room here. When you feel like, when you're wondering what to say to someone you've already contacted, this is what we were doing at Cody's house one day, and it worked all day long. I called a friend. Hey Alex, what's going on, man?
Not much, bro. Just at my house.
Listen, bro, I know it's kind of out of left field, but I'm actually working on a new project right now, like the biggest launch, the biggest project, in my career in the industry. Listen, I know you've heard about FEMA. I've tried talking to you about it. I need a favor though. I'm actually looking to get 9 people to tell me no to joining the business, and I can only take 1 yes. Will you at least give me 15 minutes of your time? And yes or no, it doesn't matter to me. I just need to get 10 people to give me a response in the next 2 hours. Will you help me out?
Yeah.
I had 9 out of 10 people say they'd help me out, and I had a couple people kind of that weren't interested, quote unquote, become kind of curious.
That's 100%. I believe that's how I enrolled every single person I enrolled in my class.
Exactly.
That's how I
And
enrolled.
all of a sudden they're like, "Wow, that's actually how it works."
Yeah.
And we were using something called a sizzle call, so it wasn't. It was like, "Hey, I need you to listen to this recorded call. I'm actually hanging out with the guy that recorded it. If you have any questions after." And like we're literally like right on the spot. They said they were free. We'd dial in this like recorded call that Cody made or whoever, and it would explain everything for like 9 to 10 minutes. And then we'd ask them, "Hey, what's your favorite part? Something you're interested in? Do you have any questions?" Half the time they have questions. All of a sudden, from nothing to something. Okay, so money-making activities. Call your team, set up training, set up, like this would be considered money-making activity. What we did last night with Josh's cousin, he brought a friend over for like a one-on-one. He got started. That's, home events, three-way calls. You're out in public, you're getting phone numbers. Like, actually try going to the gas station, going out to eat, going out in public everywhere, and just literally take 30 seconds and get every single person's phone number. It's the easiest thing in the world. Hey, do you keep your options open? Yeah, I work at Circle K. Well, listen, dude, you're pretty sharp. You have good customer service. You're really good at what I do. What do you do? Listen, what's your number, bro? Hand him your phone. They put the number in. Hey, man, I got to run. Now's not the time. Let me text you. If you're interested in making extra money, you said your career options are open. I'll see if I can hook you up. Later. Gone. 30 seconds. Boom, 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 boom. The last 2 people I've enrolled have been cold prospect. I didn't know that. McDonald's and HEB in like Austin, Texas, like whatever. So 21-day blitz goes by, you need to get another 8. Okay, I got 7 out of 8 during this blitz. So I was pissed because I was 1 short. But I did what I could, and I got my mom to like order a case, even though she already was like a customer of mine. I made her reorder for like my cheating to get my 8th kind of. I'm like, hey, can you reorder so I can technically have 8 people order? So I did it, but 7. And from the first 8, I got 4 to commit. So remember, I got 8, got 4 to commit to get their 8. So anyone doing the math here? It's your 8 plus 32 more. It's 40. And then after this, I got 8 more. We got 4 more to commit for the next pre-launch, as well as the original 4 plus their 8. Okay, so you're starting to see exponential growth. It's going to end up with 300 to 400 new enrollments. In case I butcher the math. From my first 4, or from my first 8, the 4 that committed, one of them hit gold. He queued Alex, who hit silver that month on one leg, and Nevin on the other leg, who hit silver. And then there was like 2 more silvers, 7 more bronzes that came out of that team, all at once. Okay, amongst many other things. But this is all going on like no one knows what's happening. Just pre-launch, massive action. This is what we're doing. 12 hours, we're going crazy. Like everyone's riding that wave, trying to get that rapid growth, that illusional momentum that you're talking about. Here you go. So you do 1 more pre-launch for 30 days. 8 more people. Okay, we didn't even. This is the part where we like lost it during this phase because everyone just was. There was so much growth we honestly couldn't control it. And we did have. So like, I got my 8. 4 of those 8 got their 8, and then like 4 out of those 8 got their 8. Like 1 more time. Next thing you know, there's so many people enrolled that we had to stop doing it because if we kept doing it, like corporate would have like computer would have like exploded. It was insane. Does anyone have any questions on the blitz?
We'll probably do a call over it too soon. Is when do you think we should actually like launch, doing like the pre-launch? Like I was thinking maybe December 15th.
Yeah, I was saying that we should
Just a
start the
Monday.
Pre-launch. I was thinking on like possibly on Friday if we could, just because it coincide with the cycle week.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't necessarily matter, but
maybe the end of this rank events period. This
yeah.
rank events period ends Christmas, so the day after is when it would start.
We can do that. And then we can try to, since we don't have a regional in place officially for January yet, which we're supposed to, maybe we can set up the first pre-launch to go 30 days, and the very first day of the blitz will the day before the blitz will be a regional. So
We
that
can
way,
just do a big event here, because like corporate's gonna do a regional.
Yeah.
They already, BK sent out an email to us, they said they're gonna
Okay.
host it.
yeah. So yeah, we can just do a big event here then instead. So within those 30 days, you take the 30 days, whoever commits gets their 8 people, and we have one huge event to launch off the body build, the 21-day blitz, and where things go crazy. And I'm telling you guys, if you stick to that, you're gonna get results. And I know that was a huge, long explanation, but does anyone have any questions? What's up?
All right, first thing, sorry, I might have to move on more.
No, you're good.
But with this 21-day blitz, I feel like we should do more things where like our entire team, but whether it's like meet up at corporate or someone's house, things like that. Because when we were the most effective is when we were at the rack house every day.
Let's
Just, like,
say.
right after work.
Yeah.
Like meeting up somewhere, because if we're all doing it together, maybe just play a little bit of music, everyone, whether it's like in the living room or in the kitchen, laptops out, things like that. We got so much done.
Yeah.
Doing that.
I'm down for that. We'll do, and a lot
And
of this.
culture's a lot better than doing it by yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
What we'll do, and that's a good point, is we'll have a schedule. Last time we had a schedule of what we're doing every day. So like each day of the week was like assigned to like a different place. And if someone tried canceling last second, they were screwed because people were flopping in their house if they said it. So like no, like this is like a set in stone schedule, like no cancellations unless like someone's dying or something. Because this is, people are gonna really commit to this. So yeah, maybe we have like, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at corporate, Thursday at my place, Friday at your place, Saturday at his place, or something, whatever. And we set up those designated times, for people to come. And then obviously, like if you're working late one day and you got to do your 6 hours at home, that's cool, things like that. Does anyone have any questions on what a money-making activity is? Because sometimes people get confused on what that is.
Stuff that gets you paid.
Like you sitting there watching training videos is not a money-making activity. And neither is you sitting there talking about how in 10 years from now you're going to have a yacht, and how you're going to hit gold this month, blah, blah, blah. That's not money-making activities. Money-making activities is actually either one of two things. You personally introducing someone to the product or business, or you personally helping someone else introduce their friend to the product or business. That's a money-making activity.
Or training the newest affiliate.
New people. Like, if I was sitting here training just Sean, that would not be a money-making activity because he's been through trainings. He's just here to sharpen his skills and get better because you have new stuff to talk about. But if I was like talking about, creating your why with Sean, that's just like busy work and a waste of time because he's through that. I got one last thing, Cody, before I go back to you.
Yeah.
So as far as the different growth stages in your business, so the different stages of your business. Okay, so Eric Warrior was talking about how there's 4 stages. 1, when you're a faker. 2, when you're a taker. 3, when you're a fighter. And 4, when you're a giver. So fakers are, fake it till you make it. People say that. Well, that we've all been there at some point, and that's usually in the beginning when you're absolutely not making anything and you're pretending you are. Don't lie to people, but that's like a bad phase to be in, but it is a phase that a lot of people do start. Hey, doing so well at this, and really you've been in it for 2 days and haven't received a check, but you're just doing really well because you had a good 2 days or something, whatever. So that's like the first stage. And then a taker, you're gonna start like trying to take the credit for stuff, like you're coming up, you're gold, you're cocky, you're ranking up, you're happy, you're trying to take Cody's time and take Alex's time and take the credit for your team growing and all this stuff, which is good, but you want to get out of that phase too, because I was in that phase. And the reason why I couldn't hit Star Platinum was because I was in that phase. 3 is a fighter. And by the way, that's just like nothing on like because I have platinums in my career group and I use platinum. That's just me. I don't know if that's the same for Sean or anyone else that's stuck. 3 is a fighter. This is where you have drama in all aspects of your business. I feel like this is a stage that probably every single person that's been in this for a year has been in for more than 50% of the time, including me, including Cody, including everybody. Like we've all been in this stage where we're trying to fight like, well, this company, like this company got my person, or this new bonus is stupid, and why is convention in Arizona, and why is product price going up, and you know, what the heck is wrong with my team? They're just like lazy, and you're just fighting like all kinds of stuff. And that's the worst stage to be in because it's impossible to prevent drama in your business. And I'm going to be dead honest, like that is a high percentage of me is in that stage, in that fighter stage, and now might be why I'm stuck. And then the last stage is the giver stage with boundaries. And Eric Worre said spend 80% of your time in the giving stage and 20% fighting. Because of course you're going to fight some ignorance and some stuff, but 80% of your time with boundaries. So like if Matt's working really hard, then give him your time and give him the credit and, you know, help him, you know, not be a faker, not try to, you know, become a taker or a fighter, like help him out and give into him. You know, do an incentive trip with your team or do, you know, do fun stuff and like just give back to your team. It doesn't have to be like financially, but like your efforts and your passion and stuff like that. And then the last thing that Eric talked about was, like he said, you know, you'll make $1,000 a year per person that attends an annual convention. I think that's pretty accurate for Cody.
Not this year, but every other time.
Yeah. So like for the most part, I think when I had like 18 or 20 people there for my team in 2013, and maybe a little more, like 28 to 30 people there, and I made like around 20 grand that year, so it was close. And then, you know, still not done this full 12 months since last convention, so we'll see a little under halfway to that. But yeah, the last thing he was talking about was he was talking about the growth stages and how you start off invisible and you're trying to become average. And in order to go from invisible in the company to average, you have to recruit. So you have to recruit people. The only way that people got in to go for the gold downstairs is by recruiting. That's it. You had to recruit. That's the only way. But after that, to go from average to a leader, you have to duplicate. And that's the hardest part for a lot of people. They can enroll, but they can't duplicate because they're not following the system. It's not simple enough. They're not pouring into their team. They're not giving or taking, things like that. And then the last thing, it goes from leader to legend. That's it. Like leader to legend. And he was even saying literally legend in NEMA. Like you're at that point, like anything, like once you become a leader, so say you're a diamond, platinum, star, platinum exec in there somewhere, gold, whatever, and you're considered a leader because your team is duplicating without you. It's from there to the highest rank in the company. That's the next step. That's it. Like that's it. Once you have duplication, it's promotion. That's what he said. So with promotion, you know, you're talking about tons of different stuff, and I told you guys I would stop talking, so I'm going to. But just the challenge that I would give you guys here as I throw it back to Cody would be what Eric told us downstairs. Text 100 people this weekend, and just 100 or more. What are you doing? Well, you know, what's your schedule look like over the next couple of days? Kind of like what Brad was talking about earlier.
Beamer on air too.
Beamer on air. Check that out. Text 100 people. You'd be surprised what you know the kind of results that you're gonna get. But honestly, I guess the last little bullet point I have here from Eric was that he said when you're sitting there with the newest person, like who's in their first 30 days, real quick, if you don't mind. Okay. So I remember I was there the night that you actually came to the event, so I remember. So like what we should do with anyone you get started is that before they leave the room, you need to sit there and text or call 10 people with them right there. Like before they might not know a thing, but you're gonna role play with them and until you know, hey man, but you know, so I'll have Alex invite you really quick. So you're gonna want to do this with the newest person. So pretend Alex is new, he's not. But yeah, invite me to come check out Beamer tomorrow at 6 or something. Okay. What's up?
Yo, what's up, Michael? What are you doing right now?
Not much, man. I'm just like walking my cats right now.
Okay, cool, man. Well, I'm kind of in a hurry, bro. What are you actually doing tomorrow at 7?
7. I don't know. I think I'll be free, maybe, kind of, sort of.
Okay, well, check this out, man. I'm actually working on a huge project right now. I really can't talk about it, but I'm working probably on the biggest project of my life right now. I need you to come check out what I'm doing at 7 tomorrow. We need it.
7, big project. But what's it about?
I can't really talk about it right now. Like I said, I'm in a hurry. I gotta get off the phone. Can you be there at 7?
All right, I need a ride, but I'll come if you pick me up.
Okay, bye.
Okay, cool. All right, so yeah, that was perfect. Clap for Alex real quick. So obviously the newest person is not going to be like Alex, so you're gonna have to work with them a little bit. But you do that, you role play until they do it right, and then you sit there with them and they make their first 10 invites right there. That's like something that kind of seems obvious, but sometimes you get started and then you go off in your own world and then do your own invites and you ruin it. Just because no one's there to help. So anyway, how many questions? That's what we talked about the first half downstairs, and I took notes on everything. So that was the important stuff.
Okay, so you know how we're partnering with the Phoenix Suns.
Right.
When you use the Phoenix Suns games, free tickets and stuff like that, to get people interested, is there any way that could affect you adversely?
Affect you, like how? What do you mean?
Like negatively, like they'll just be like, they're gonna like, they don't really care about the business, they just care about coming with you to Phoenix Suns. They'll try to take advantage.
Yeah.
Does that happen to you sometimes?
Yeah, the way I prevent that is I don't take them unless they come to an event before the game.
Yeah.
So that way they're at least getting an exposure. So if they're going to the game for free, getting a free ride, not having to pay for parking because they're prospects, so hopefully not paying for parking. Yeah, one second. Yeah. So you're paying for the gas, the parking, the ticket. You're nice enough to go out of your way to invite them. If they're not willing to give you 30 minutes here before the game and then like try a free energy drink or free coffee or something, then don't take them. Like they don't deserve a free ticket then. That's just like all the people that make hey, fill this out, $50 gift card, and then make you sit there for 2 hours. Like we're not asking people to fill out crappy paperwork. Like they have an opportunity to take advantage of this. If they don't want to, great, still go to the game. Maybe they'll decide differently there. But like, damn, this is real. Verb Soul Patrol is jumping around out there. There's all this verb downstairs. Like they don't sell any Red Bull there. Like, huh, I've had a guy try to go get a Red Bull while at the game. He's like, I can't find one. I need an energy drink. I'm like, dude, I just told you about verbs. Like, oh, can I get one of those here? Yeah. Oh, this is so good, So, what were you gonna say that?
Because I work at a call center right now. So what I've been doing, leveraging like Phoenix Suns, like literally, there was a dude. I was washing my hands in the bathroom, and I just like met up once and said, "Hey, what's up, man?" Not much. And I was just kind of like, "Hey, bro, can I get a chance to watch basketball?" "Yeah, dude, I love basketball." "Oh, cool. I work with a health and wellness company on the side. I'm doing pretty good in it. We actually get free tickets to the Suns game, man. If you want to come check out what I'm doing, there's a game coming up. You might be able to go if you want to come check it out, something like that."
Yeah.
And then, because now I'm not just like, not saying like, "Yo, bro, come to this free Suns game," like not even excluding that, but I kind of like leverage that. I'm working with this company. I get into the games free with the affiliate, and it works a lot. Like they get interested and then they ask for information on it.
Right.
And then like me, I work just sending them info on the company and what we do a little bit. They'll then come to an event before the game, and that's how they at least become a customer.
Yeah.
Because they drink the product, they see the facts of how healthy it is, and then they can decide whether they want to take advantage of the business. That's how I got my last two enrollees. Well, one's enrolling next Friday, but that's literally all that happened.
Yeah.
I did that.
So like leading with the products, kind of hanging out nonchalantly, throwing in that, hey, we're actually gonna like, or even sometimes I'll be hanging out with someone that I haven't seen for a while, and I'll wait until like we're pushing it to where I have to leave, and I'm like, hey, bro, wait, what are you doing the rest of the day? Like you seem like you're chilling right now. Nothing. Why? Or like you gotta be somewhere. Well, actually, I have some free Suns tickets for tonight's game. I totally forgot. But I'm actually going to be speaking at an event real quick in Tempe. Stop there in 30 minutes, get some energy drinks before the game. You can have them, I got you for free, like it's all free and stuff. If you want to come by and, support me, watch me speak, and, get a little educated and go check out the game. And then they're kind of like almost obligated because they don't have anything to do. They already told you. So now if they say no, they're just kind of like, and you don't want to put people in that situation necessarily, but a lot of times you do because they don't realize that they're missing out on it until they actually show up and they make it later. So there's tons of different ways to do it. But yeah, that 90-day blitz is going to be huge. Build around this body pro. you need to be a product of the product. Talk about that. Like, you need to drink it. I've had it too today. You need to drink it. Like, drink it a lot. Drink all of it. Like, don't just, and you'll naturally just start getting, excited, not only from the energy, but just, it's a good looking can, you feel good. So,
yeah.
Cool. That's all I got.
So when should we start? Because obviously we want to lead up to the body build, but I don't think there's enough preparation at this moment in time to start a pre-launch.
Right. I'm gonna look up the calendar really quick. So the
new already starts the day after Christmas.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd be okay with starting the pre-launch on the 26th on that Friday.
Okay.
And that way we get.
And we could get a call going.
We can get like a sizzle call that just goes over and over again.
I was thinking maybe do like a 1-pager for video, or we could do the sizzle call too.
Yeah, but like this is that perfect example. Like so there's posers, amateurs, professionals. Like anyone trying to be professional in the industry. Everyone hopefully cool. Okay, so whether or not you even know what's going to happen on this call or for this blitz, you might not fully understand it yet, but you need to just start talking about it. People, affiliates, prospects, your mom, your aunt, everybody. You just don't shut up about it, dude. People are gonna be like, it's like, hey, another way that I during this blitz that I got some friends. I got my friend Justin Grammer during this blitz. I remember I was sitting there. I didn't ask him to do anything because he was already in it. And I just kept calling people, and I was hanging out with him like twice every night. So we were hanging out every night. He lived a mile away, whatever. Twice a night, I would just do the same thing. I'd call you, and I'd call you too. Hey, bro, what's going on? Hey, I just want to remind you, 9-day blitz is coming up. Biggest growth ever. Biggest product launch ever. And I just start going off. I'm so excited, like to you for a minute, and then to you for a minute, and then get off the phone. And like 3 days into this, he's like, dude, I don't know what's going on, but like, can you just like get me started already? Like, you haven't asked me to do it for a while. And because it's kind of like nonchalant, like I just kept on doing little things in front of him. And he'd ask me a question. He's like, so like, you're just getting paid like while we hang out, And yeah, and we'll be at a party and I'll like cycle at 12:30, and I'm like, oh. He's like, wait, you just made $40 while we're here. And then you're just like you're drinking, you're hanging out, and it's kind of funny. And then like the next day, wait, so like how do I make $40 while I'm hanging out? And people kind of will start asking. So just talk about this. Blitz, body pro. Just make that your most said thing out of your mouth, off your phone. I don't know what you have to do to, just make that, just become obsessed with the idea to promote the pre-launch. Like if you promote the pre-launch, then you're gonna pre-launch really well and then launch really well, right? So it's like more preparation. We say proper planning prevents poor productivity. That's 5 P's. So we prepare. We're talking about how we're going to pre-launch, and then we actually, instead of during the pre-launch, like, okay, so what do we do now? Just need like enroll people? No, like we already know the plan the entire month going into it, and then we attack the month, and then we succeed in what we were trying to do because we were prepared, and then we go into the 21-day blitz with a fleet of new people, and the exact same thing happens as it did last year, or except more, because now we're going into fitness, fitness category, which we haven't done before, really. So I don't know. I'm pumped. Thumbs up. Anyone's on board with the blitz? Yeah. All right. And you got to commit. Like you got to take it. You got to look at. We're going to come up with a calendar. You got to look at what days are. When's that big event? You better have that requested off to like the day you find out. Like the day you find out. Oh, it's on this day. Call your work right there. You can't work that day. Don't do that shit where like all of a sudden you can't make it because your job needs you. Like that's not an excuse when you have 45 days in advance. Like no job will not give you 1 day off 45 days in advance. It's not like and it's not even a holiday. I mean, and if you have a job that doesn't allow that, then your job sucks like really bad. And that's why you need even more. So attack the shit out of it, And I'm not trying to like offend anyone. I understand everyone's situations, but like if we say February 5th is a big event, and you can't get that off right now. I mean, that's just probably like
it's insulting. Yeah, like not like we like put all the time in planning and we promote it and set it up and plan everything, and then like, yeah, I'll make it, and they're like, oh, I got work now. It's like, okay, well, that was like convention. Like, oh, I have to work on convention. You knew about convention a year ago. Like, convention is going to be June 12th through the 15th. So
Yeah.
So you guys know it's here in Phoenix. So you're gonna have to fly anywhere, drive
Oh, yeah,
anywhere.
Arizona, there's no excuse.
Yeah. it is.
But yeah, so good stuff.
Yeah.
Definitely mark those dates as you start hearing about them. We'll get more info out there. Pay attention to the Facebook pages, your text messages. If you're not getting informed of stuff, let us know. We'll add you to the group text and stuff. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go extract a little more info from downstairs. Maybe I'll come back up.
Yeah, that's pretty much all we had. I just didn't know how long we'd go to depending on when everyone got here. But that's it. Does anyone have questions about stuff? We'll get. I know we'll get some stuff going on this next week. I go out of town, so you guys know, Thursday through Sunday. I'm going to meet up with Tom, my cousin, kind of get some stuff together, probably get some insight on the 90-day, see what he thinks on, what I give some ideas from him and stuff. Probably maybe do a call next Sunday, just talking about what he kind of taught me.
And he's going to be mentioned in the 90-day on that call. Just so I mean, no doubt.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, this is gonna be a 90-day.
And I'll email all of you guys this by the end of the day.
All right.
Cool.
So what I would do now, if you guys are sticking around, is just start making your plan for the 30 days. Start making invites, start getting excited. Like you can call a friend, not even physically invited to something, just talk about, hey dude, hey, what are you doing? I gotta talk about something tomorrow that's gonna blow your mind. We're launching the biggest project of our life.
Later, guys.
Hey, I gotta run. I gotta call somebody.